Alrighty guys, we're going back to some more Dragon Quest II HD-2D Remake. Last episode, we went around the world and got everything we needed in order to head to Hargon's lair, meaning the only thing we have left to do is go summon Lady Rubiss. And so, in this episode, we're going to be doing just that. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and I'll make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, you might be asking yourself, you're approaching the end of the game. When are you going to go do an end-game grind and stay up till 4 a.m. to hit level 50 so that way you don't have to worry about anything else for the rest of the game? Well, first off, oddly specific question. Second, that is exactly what I did last night. I got Tails up to level 50. I was up till about 4 a.m. I was just having fun. Like I said, I genuinely enjoy the grind in this game, so it wasn't too bad. And it started getting to the point where I could just keep it on like attack all and fight some of the harder units and auto it. But yeah, we are level 50. This should be more than enough to actually beat the main story, which we'll be doing next episode. But we'll have to do one more grind sesh in the post game. But the good news is we will not have to fight pretty much any other enemies the rest of the game besides bosses. The reason we did that is this episode is essentially going to be a boss rush. There's like 7 different enemies, or 7 different bosses I think we're going to be fighting. So it's quite a bit, and I just want to make sure we didn't have to prep or grind between each one. So, with all that done, our next destination is to get to Lady Rubiss. However, at the end of the last episode, we got the ability to use Lorelai's harp and actually dive even deeper into the ocean, meaning we have a lot of exploring we can do. So, we're going to be starting this episode off, and honestly, probably the first, 45 minutes to an hour, we're going to be doing a bunch of ocean exploration. So, essentially, we're just going to be diving down into the ocean in different spots. The first is going to be right here south of the Shrine of Middenhall. And I might not line this up perfectly, so it might have to be a little bit of cutting and coming back, but there should be an item just around here somewhere. And you can see if we wanted to, I think we could dive even deeper over here, but I'm not too worried about it right now. So right over here is going to be our first item. Now, I've picked up like 2 or 3 of them, so there's a chance we just completely miss out on some. We'll go ahead and grab that. Those are 2 angel bells, a vial of magic water, and a vial of oomph powder. Now, I see this purple thing right here. I believe... Is that this? Maybe we have to dive deeper. I actually am not sure what this little purple marker is right here. I think this is an area we're going to come back to later. Yeah, that's the Eastern Sea Lord's lair. We're going to leave that alone. We don't want to worry about that one just yet. We're going to be exploring all these areas and unlocking them, but we won't actually go to all of the different locations just yet. There should be another one, I believe, right here. Nope, this is a... we're just going to ignore that for now. We'll be back into this deeper area here in a second. For now, we're just doing regular underwater stuff. So the next one's actually going to be northeast of Middenhall, so we're just going to head directly up north here. And this one should be a Hermes hat and a Gustarang. So let me go ahead and look around for this one. Just right up here at the northeast or northwestern side of the underwater. We can grab a Hermes hat and a Gustarang. Next, we're going to go ahead and go to the Isle of the Monarch of Metals, and we're going to head directly west and dive underwater there. And quite literally, as soon as you can dive underwater, you can see the Isle of Monarch of Metals on our map just to our east. We can get a holy water and a divine dagger, as well as a diamond. Next, we're going to be going from the Mercy, so we'll go ahead and zoom over there. Actually, we've already got the Mercy one, I believe, but we will go double check. Because I do remember there being one to the southeast of this, but again, I think we already picked this one up. So yeah, from Mercy, it would be... Oh no, we didn't get this one. Maybe we got the one that we're going to be getting here in a second. Because there's this one down here. And this one will have nothing important on it. Most of these aren't going to have anything good, but there's plain clothes and a bronze knife. The next one... Oh, and a dragon scale. The next one is actually going to be from the Mermaid's Sanctuary. I think this is the one we already got. So let's go ahead and zoom over there. So yeah, there would be one just northwest of us, but I believe it was like right here. And if I'm remembering correctly, we picked it up our first time through here. I'll go ahead and just walk around for a second. No, we definitely already got this one. So next we're going to go to the Volcanic Grotto for our next one. And just south of the Volcanic Grotto, we can dive underwater. And right there... Oh, let me up. Oh, yeah, I forgot I can do... What is it again? LB, there we go. And we can pick this one up. for a mountain cleaver. That's a pretty good sword. Is it better than my current one? Unfortunately, it won't be better for any of them. It's not better there. That's unfortunate. But for the next one, we're going to go to Fairy's Palace. So we'll go ahead and zoom over there. I want to say this is probably our quickest destination. It's going to be southwest of here. So Fairy's Palace is just right there. We'll go ahead and dive underwater immediately. This might be another one I got, because I think we got this one. No, it's right there. Okay. I didn't know if we got it when we were coming here to get the ghost ship. But there's a dragon scale and a dragon shield, as well as a diamond. The dragon shield might be better. No, that won't be better. Won't be better than that. And you can't equip it, so nothing good there. Now, we have one more we're going to get in the upper sea. After that, everything else is down in the deep water. That's why we held off on doing anything till now. So we're going to go to the shrine west of Moonbrook. And from here, we're actually going to hop on board our ship. And we're going to go to this southern area just right here. This is a place I've talked about a few times, but we couldn't actually get to it till now, because we can use our moon shard to destroy the rocks. And down here, we can actually find Slime Island. This is also the western side of that little hard area of land right there. This island right here is Slime Island. You can fight a bunch of metal slimes here and liquid metal slimes, but unfortunately at this point in the game, you actually have better ways to grind than the metal slimes, which is a little bit unfortunate. I don't think this game does a super good job of letting you grind those like it would usually, but go ahead and enter this. And this is the Western Seabed Storeroom. However, to actually get a lot of stuff in here, you need the ultimate key, so we will be coming back here later. And that's everything here. So we're going to go ahead and hop on board, and everything else we're going to be getting is in the deep underwater. So we're going to be revisiting some of the places we just went to, but that's just to separate these between different areas. So we're going to go ahead and go back to Fairy Palace, and we're going to go exactly where we got the item a second ago. So from diving underwater, it's going to be this purple little star we can see right there. So go ahead and dive deeper. And anytime we find a location, we're just going to ignore it for now. We will come back later, but for the time being, we're just going to try to fully explore this area. So we'll go ahead and enter here. This is the Northern Sea Lord's Lair. We're going to ignore that for now, because we do have one more location we can get. And just southeast of this, go ahead and use Holy Protection again. We're going to be using a lot of Holy Protections. Dive back down. And right here, we can find an item with a ice shield and a spirit bracer. Now from here, we're going to actually go back to Middenhall. We're going to go basically in this huge ocean area here. So let's go ahead and travel back to our starting location. And as soon as you're able to dive down, we're just going to keep going just west of Middenhall. We'll go ahead. I think the big stars are locations. I think that's how you can differentiate between them. We'll go ahead and dive down. And we want to come in here to get this location unlocked. Again, this is another one we need the ultimate key for, so we'll be back here later. But just southwest of us, we can see there's an item over here. I want to go over these rocks. I think it's really cool that you can change your depth. I think it's unnecessary. Like, they could have just made everything flat, but I think it's such a cool addition that honestly elevates the ship driving a little bit. And then south from where we're at right now, we can go ahead and actually get another living memory. We'll be able to get all the living memories except for one, pretty much while we're exploring here. So go ahead and dive down, and let's pick up this one. Tails finds a living memory. On wings of white did the hero soar through the skies of the world above, bringing light to the darkness. Having done so, they descended to Alefgard to banish the even greater evil that had overtaken our realm. Yeah, that is talking about Dragon Quest III. Our savior fought bravely through battle after battle, finally freeing Rubiss from her stone shackles. Then, with the holy light of the queen among queens in one hand, and a blade befitting a king among kings in the other, they ended Alefgard's nightmare. The memory floats off to the Fairy Palace. And that's it for this little area. So now, actually, kind of want to see if we can just get this one real quick. Because it's right here. I believe it's just another memory. I'm going to get a little bit turned around since we're picking this one up now. Oh no, this is a location. We'll go ahead and enter it for now. This is the Shrine of Rubiss. We'll watch this for now. We'll be back here in a minute. Is it just me or does something feel a little off here? I sense it too. This silence is almost too silent. And yet, there is nary a monster to be seen. Perhaps they are being kept at bay by the holy energy that pervades this place. Perhaps, but there's only one way to know for sure. Let us seek out Lady Rubiss at once. Don't make me go in here. I can leave, right? I hope so. With all the sigils in hand, because I think you technically could have done things a little bit out of order, so you don't necessarily need all the sigils activated right now. I think you could technically have got the Fairy Harp upgraded before coming here, or before getting all 5 sigils, but it would have been very difficult. Alright, we're going to hop back on board our ship. We're going to ignore Shrine of Rubiss for now. And instead, we're going to zoom over to Durkendor. Durkendor is going to be a little bit harder. We're going to get on our ship at Durkendor, and since I have to run for it, I'll just meet you guys once we're actually on board the ship. Alright, so we're just south of Durkendor. We're going to go ahead and start diving down, because we're going to want to go around this area. Should be southeast of us in the deeper waters, so we'll just head over here. I do like how the items and locations are marked on your map. I think that makes it much easier to explore if you don't have someone like me guiding you through it. And right here, we can go ahead and grab this item for a Divine Dagger and a Water Maul Wand, as well as a vial of Sage's Elixir. I don't think that's better than the Abracadabras. It is not. So from here, we're actually going to go ahead and zoom back to the Eastern Sea Lord's Lair. This was the place we discovered that was east of the shrine, south of Middenhall. I don't remember if I grabbed the item near here, so that's why we're going to zoom back here real quick. I might have said we'll just leave this item for later. I know it was only like 10 minutes ago, but okay, no, it is still there. Perfect. I did say let's leave it behind and come back. So we'll go ahead and come up here and grab this item for an Iron Mask and a Mighty Armlet. I think that's way better for Tails. You can see I actually took off the thing that increased my XP gain. At this point, we really don't need that. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and go to the Volcanic Grotto once more. And we're actually going to dive into the deeper water here because there was only one thing over here. We just decided to hold off on doing it. So diving back underwater, we can go ahead and go just south of here. And there should be, southwest of us, we should see another location. Oh, well, I missed something right there. Interesting. Did I already grab the Southern Seabed Storeroom and totally missed it? We're going to rise back to the shallows. Did I miss picking that up? Well, either way, we'll come up here. There's another location we wanted to get to eventually. This is the... Oh, here's the Southern Seabed Storeroom. Perfect. Well, we didn't miss out on that. Next, we're going to go ahead and zoom over to Baron for our next location. And we're just going to go ahead and dive underwater just west of Baron. This one might be a little bit harder to find, but there is going to be an item for us to get somewhere down here. We'll have to go further west. We're probably going to have to explore a little bit. Because I think there's like only one thing over here and it's the item. I don't think there's any locations or anything for us to find. So let me just kind of drive around. See if I can find it. Okay, I think this is it. It's just a little bit northwest of Baron. Here's Holy Protection. Dive further down. And right here, there's our magic water and our diamonds. Perfect. Next, we're going to go to the Shrines of Flame, or Shrine of Flame. Where was that one at? Here we go. Go ahead and zoom over here. Then we're just going to immediately dive down, and it should be pretty close to where we first dived down. And right here, we can keep going even further down. We did perfect landing here. And this is going to be another entrance we can go into, but again, we'll be coming back here later. The Southern Sea Lord's Lair. And now, one of the last ones we're going to be getting is just west of us. You can see there's that one right there. We'll go ahead and go to Burrowell, because I think that'll be a little bit quicker to get there. I could probably just stay underwater, but we'll see if this is just a little bit quicker. So from Burrowell, we're just going to go to that quest marker. And I think that's one of the last quest markers we actually have left. Because other than Shrine of Rubiss, we're essentially at this point on a straightforward path, other than picking up the living memories. So we'll check once again after we get this one, see if we missed any. We'll go ahead and dive down here. And as I just hinted at, this one is a living memory, so we'll make sure to pick this up. As soon as I can line myself up, it's a little hard to line up with the boat. In the world above, there had long existed a line of heroes, the Children of Light, within whom dwelled the power to banish darkness. We determined that our best hope, our only hope, was to guide the latest of this line to our world, and to support them on their journey, that they might free Lady Rubiss and bring back the light. Memory floats off. That's essentially saying that Erdrick, the reason the line of Erdrick can actually defeat darkness is because they're from a different world. They're from the world above. Is like that. I guess it's like you kind of think that this is hell in Dragon Quest III, but you know it's not. It's very odd. I will go ahead and interact with this to get the Ruinous Shield as well as the Massacre Sword. That is a huge upgrade for Caradoc here. Of course, it's cursed, but we don't have to worry about that. Now there's only 2 more things for us to get. Let's go ahead and go over to Gaggle Rock next. This is one I can always have a hard time finding. So from Gaggle Rock, we'll go ahead and just dive down right here. And then we're going to dive down once more as soon as we can. This one, I know I haven't got it yet. Okay, I couldn't see it, but it sounded familiar, the location we were going to. We'll go ahead and pick this one up real quick. This has... nothing else is too crazy. This one's just some gold. Then our final one is going to be at the Sunken Ship. So let's go ahead and head back over there. And from the Sunken Ship, we're just going to go northeast. Grab the Holy Protection one last time. And this one actually might be a little bit harder to find. It's going to be in the deeper area, I think. There it is. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and dive down. And pick up the last treasure. And that's basically it. We have a couple other places we're going to visit once we get the ultimate sword, but other than that, that is all the living memories and all the items at the ocean floor. So now we're going to do a couple of those optional areas we uncovered, starting with the Northern Sea Lord's Lair. Not all of the Sea Lords are actually going to have items or bosses in it. Well, they're all going to have items. They're not all going to have bosses in them. This one, however, does in fact have a boss. So let's go ahead and start by coming over here. And right around this area should be a mini medal for us. There we go. And that's it for here. Next, we're going to go ahead and go down south. And over on the west side, we'll be able to find 2 last treasure chests here. And we're only going to come to the ones we can open right now. There's going to be some other, like the storerooms and the other sea god lairs we're not going to be able to get to yet. We'll be coming back to those later. Gold mail is worse, so instead we'll go ahead and come up here, and you can see the boss waiting for us just ahead. So this boss, because of our level, shouldn't be too terrible. I'll of course always show the strategies to beat this regardless. This is Heliphantus, one of the only optional bosses in the game. He's actually going to be resistant to physical attacks, so fortunately Tails won't be able to do much. We'll go ahead and do an attacker to lower his attack. Then we'll go ahead and use a Kabuff. We're actually going to try, well, first we're going to go ahead and use an Insulate, because he has a breath weapon. And then for Matilda, she's basically just going to be using probably Kafriz this whole time. We'll go ahead and open with that. Insulate will make it so we take less breath weapon damage. You can see even Matilda's doing over almost 300 damage, which is very shocking if you know Matilda. Bazoom, I believe what Bazoom does is it takes a character out of the fight completely. We're going to try to avoid that. We're going to just hope for the best. And now there's really nothing else for us to do. So Tails just do a normal attack. Actually, we could do damage. We could have him use, like, Cutting Edge, which does a bunch of damage. Caradoc, we're pretty much just going to be using Kazap this whole time. Piranel, we're actually going to try to land a Dazzle on you. Then Matilda Kafriz. And that goes critical. Perfect. 810 damage from Matilda. Kazap does 345, and a cutting edge for 118. Oh, there goes Tails. Well, he was kind of useless anyways. Now what I'm actually going to do is doing something a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and defend with both of them because we're going to try to get a snooze to land. If it doesn't land the first time, I'll just go ahead and... There we go. Gets put to sleep. And we're not attacking so we don't wake him up. Oh, hell, he woke up anyways. Oh, I guess I could have done that differently. We could snooze, and then we want to use Purse Cutter or Persecutor. I missed because it does additional damage if they're asleep. That sucks. Okay, well, I think we can do about that. Let's go ahead and, well... Taking a good bit of damage there. We will... Probably should have just played it how I should have. Which is just doing damage. Let's go ahead and... Swoosh. And Frizz. I should have had Matilda just keep using damaging attacks. Did he Kazizz his own teammates? That is so unfortunate. That's going to be a loss now, too. We're level 50. This is one of the reasons I hit level 50, because... Some of these optional fights are not easy. Kazing, Piranel, Kafrizz again. Probably could have done a powered up Kafrizz there, but that's fine. And he's gonna kill Matilda. Yep, well, we're gonna go ahead and restart this fight real quick. What if I told you I actually recovered from this using Kazings and getting really lucky? Yeah, this is kind of insane. We're gonna Kabuff again. We're gonna Insulate again, or Insulattle, and then Kafrizz. That is insane that I actually was able to get through this. I mean, that doesn't mean we've won. But I was like, you know what? Let me just... Caradoc had like 6 HP. I was like, let me just try Kazing. And he landed it and got Piranel up. And then Piranel was able to get Caradoc back up. And then Caradoc was able to get... Omni Heal and get Matilda up. It was just insane how that ended up working out. We can actually just start using multi-heals now and Kafrizzes. Oh, Piranel. Caradoc might have to be on the healing duty this fight, which kind of sucks. It's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. And we are way above level, by the way. Like, significantly above where we should be. What can I power up? Let's try powered up Kaboom. Can I power up Kafrizz? Really? You can't power up any of this? Okay, well, we'll just keep Kafrizzing then. Please. Oh, that was so unfortunate, man. Caradoc's just not quick enough. I think if I want to have Caradoc be a healer, you have to give him agility. It's unfortunate Tails is out of this fight. He can't do anything because you saw the defenses that this guy had. But still a little unfortunate that we can't make use of him at all. If we do lose this again, because Piranel is taking so much damage, it's kind of insane. If we do lose this again, I will show off the proper way to do this using Tails. Let me get the powered up Kaboom off. Big Banga for 472. Powered up Kafrizz for 801.
You have my gratitude.
This actually is not boding well for the fight that we have to do after him. Because this is the easier of two bosses. He is essentially intended to be done, I believe, in post-game. Or like right at the end of the game. But we're not doing it that way. I don't know if the Omni Heal is going to stick, but we'll try it. Because Swoosh, Kafrizz, we're very close to winning. I actually don't know if Tails is going to get any XP from this, because he's not dead, but he's out of the fight. So I'm not sure how this works. But I think as long as we get the critical spells, I think we win here. We will go for another Kazap, Kaswoosh, and Kafrizz. And again, as long as we get lucky, and he just does normal attacks like that, I think we might have enough here. Man, I was hoping for one. I mean, Kazap can still do it. Nope, I was hoping we got one critical hit there, because now we don't really have much damage we can do there. We can do another Kaswoosh and Kafrizz, but this might kill if we get unlucky here. Hypno Whip's bad. Oh, that's such bad RNG, man. We got it. Wow. Really bad RNG that Matilda got taken out right there at the end, but still, look at that. And Caradoc reaches level 49. Piranel reaches 49, and Tails rejoins the party. And let's go ahead and bring her back up. Kazing Matilda. Yeah, crazy that Tails was my highest level character, and he couldn't do anything that fight. And right up ahead is another living memory. With the new dawn breaking over Alefgard, Lady Rubiss departed for distant pastures, that she might once more put her powers of creation to good use. She entrusted us with a new duty, to watch over the light most holy, and to summon her back should the darkness rise to blot it out once more. And rise it did. In the blink of an eye, night fell across the realm, leaving devastation in its wake. He who was born the Prince of Light was corrupted by its evil power, making of himself a king of darkness, his once holy heart consumed by hatred and rage. And though we pray and pray for Lady Rubiss to return, she cannot. Dark forces continue to prevent her homecoming, though we can yet hear her voice. Please, princes of man, lend a ear to our Creator and sustain the light that protects us all. Until another hero arrives, one who might once again aid us in banishing the darkness. And the memory floats off. We can go ahead and grab this chest. It has a goddess's shield in it. I don't know if that's better for us. It sounds like it should be. Well, we can't equip it there anyways. Can't equip it there. Not better than Erdrick's shield. It's slightly better than... Actually, that's way better than Psyche's Wiper. And that's it for this area. Now we're actually going to go to the Eastern Sea Lord's Lair. This is the one that does not have a boss in it. There's just 3 items for us to grab. So, starting at the entrance, we'll go ahead and go northeast or north. It kind of just wraps around here. And we're going to grab this chest for a mini medal. Then we're going to go ahead and go west. And there's going to be 3 more items for us to get. Nothing, I don't think there's anything too crazy. This item might be better for somebody, but let's see. This is the Dark Robe. Is it better for Piranel? I don't even see it. Sort by name. Can't equip it. It is better for you. We'll go ahead and give you that one. Makes you easier to avoid attacks as well. Get her back in her regular outfit as well. And then right up here will be 2 pots. One with some coins, and the other with a diamond. And now, from here, we're going to be heading to the Southern Seabed Storeroom. This one is a very quick... Oop, that's the wrong place. This is a very, very quick one. There's just some items here. And then, like, I think a single enemy. But it's like a normal enemy, so it shouldn't be too hard. Let's go to the right location here. And we're just going to go directly north. And we'll have to fight through this enemy right here. Yeah, we'll vanquish you. This is a killing machine. These are typically harder enemies in later games, and it is still difficult, but we're just going to choose Show No Mercy and let my characters figure out the best way to do damage to this guy. The Zap does 471. He is a little bit stronger than most enemies you can find at this point, but he is not a boss fight. And there he goes. 3 hits. We'll go ahead and head inside here. And we can find 2 chests. One of them might be better. The Zombie's Bane. I don't know if it's better for Caradoc or not. This is the Metal Slime Shield. Again, one of the strongest shields in the game. Very similar to the Metal Slime equipment. I'll go ahead and give it to Tails. And then, not better for Caradoc. But let's check out that sword. Zombie's Bane. No, unfortunately it is not better. So, with that, we're now going to go to the Southern Sea Lord's Lair. However, this is the one with another boss fight. So let's go ahead and heal up. This is actually a very, very difficult boss fight that we want to make sure we're properly prepared for. In fact, we might actually have to use some scrolls for this one. So, for the first time ever, we're going to be using some of our scrolls here. We're going to start with the Kaklang Scroll. This essentially makes it so your entire team does not take damage, but cannot act for a certain amount of turns. We're going to give this one to Caradoc. It actually doesn't matter who you give it to, I'm just giving it to Caradoc. So Caradoc learns Kaklang. And then, go ahead and hop back in there once more. And we want to teach him... You also can, like... You can see there's some people that just obviously want to learn the scrolls, because, like... not everybody can learn everything. I think most of them, a lot of people can. Like, but yeah, Boom, only Matilda can learn it. So we'll probably go through this later. And I think Padfoot, anyone can learn. Yeah. But the one we're looking for here is going to be Dragon Slash, and we're going to have Caradoc learn this one. These are our most important 2 spells we're going to be using, or 2 abilities for this upcoming fight. So, with that, let's go ahead and head to Southern Sea Lord's Lair. Right here. And we're going to be able to get the items, I think, before we actually get into the fight. So, let's just check. Where's the fight going to be located at? I can't see it, so... Oh, right there. Cool. I can see him now. We'll go ahead and start by going west. Up here's a chest as well as a pot we can find. Right there is the elevating shoes. So, again, you get these way too late in this game, I think. It almost has no use at this point in the game. There's also some gold coins there. The final one is back behind the boss, so we're going to have to fight him to get through. So, this boss, you can see he's pretty big. This is Abyss Merelda, another completely optional boss. All these underwater bosses are optional. The problem here is that he can use a lot of different status effects that you can protect against, but I'm going to try to do it without protecting against it first. Essentially, what we're going to want to be doing is with Tails and Caradoc using our Dragon Slash every turn. Then, with Hiranel, we actually want to use an ability called Snap, Crackle, Poof. It protects from instant death and status ailments. So we're going to try to give this to some of our characters. We'll go ahead and start with Caradoc. And then for Matilda, she's basically going to be doing damage and then using Hustle Dance when we need to get some HP. So let's start with a Frizz. And there's one thing we need to be careful of. Matilda fell asleep. That's the problem. So you can fall asleep. And as you saw there, it is essentially instant death. There is almost no way around it because the amount of damage they put out is too much to survive. So we're going to keep trying to get these. There's the Envenomating Fog. That gives you poison, but poison's a lot easier to deal with.
We need you.
Bring Matilda back. Go ahead and Dragon Slash and Dragon Slash. And then again, Snap, Crackle, Poof, Tails, and Kafriz. There's the poison. Oh, no, that wasn't the poison. That was nullifying spells. So this is a fun one. And this is the entire reason we actually have access to the Kaklang ability. But I think we're just going to try. I'm going to see if we can just get through this. The problem is, yeah, we'll see if we can get through this. Let's Hustle Dance. It's going to heal us a little bit. There's our Dragon Slash. I would like to buff my characters, but they keep getting crits, which is nice. But I can't go for the buff until Snap, Crackle, Poof sticks on everybody for long enough. I think my HP is good enough where I actually don't need a Kaklang. As long as he doesn't, like, triple punch Hiranel, pretty much. I think that is the only way I'd lose someone. Okay, everyone can cast spells again, which is nice. Dragon Slash, Snap, Crackle, Poof. Hiranel. And we can go back to Kafrizzing. Tilda gets it. We Kafrizz for 240. We missed the Dragon Slash, unfortunately. Lost 2 Snap, Crackle, Poofs at the same time. I think I'm going to do exactly what I said I shouldn't do. And I think I'm going to get it Oomph on Tails and just pray. Well, there was the instant death. That sucks. Literally, as soon as I said I shouldn't do this. Wow. That is so unfortunate. Kazing, Tails, Kafriz. Oh, we're nullifying spells right now. I missed that. So what we're going to do instead, because we're nullifying spells, is we're going to use... Oh, is Kaklang a spell? Oh, it is a spell. Uh-oh. Well, we might be in a little bit of trouble here. We're just going to keep trying Dragon Slashes. And then Snap, Crackle, Poof, Caradoc, and Kafriz. I don't know why Kafriz there. Whoops. Yeah, still nullifying spells. Shocker. Dragon Slash. Let's Snap, Crackle, Poof. Myself. Hustle Dance. Oh, it hit Pyranel. Oh, that sucks. Can I cast spells again? I think so. Run Kazing Pyranel. Hustle Dance. No, well, now we're prevented from casting spells again. Yeah, this is a brutal fight. We're not even at half HP, which is super unfortunate. Attack. I think we'll try a different strategy now, because it clearly didn't work. And we can't heal right now, so we're essentially, we essentially lose here.
You're mine.
Everyone can cast spells again. Well, we'll see if I can land a Kazing while we can still cast spells. Here's Matilda.
I shall return this favor.
Kazing Tails. Kazing Matilda. Probably should have done that. Nope, well, there's a thick fog, so we can't cast spells. That is crazy that he acts before us.
Stay alive.
Dragon Slash. I have nothing here. Snap, Crackle, Poof. Caradoc.
We fight as one.
Ow. Ow. Dragon Slash. Snap. Here now. It is a loss. Because I can't heal, it's a loss, unfortunately. And the fact that I'm missing, like, all these attacks is so brutal. And now I can't cast spells again. Rip. That's so unfortunate. We're just going to defend and take the loss. Okay, we're going to go back in that with a little bit of a different strategy. Caradoc is going to use the Rousing Ring, and Pyranel is going to use the Holy Talisman. That should protect against sleep and from instant death. The hardest thing is the Kaklang. Because I don't know how to get through Kaklang. Like, I don't know how to get through the wall there. Let's go ahead and Dragon Slash. I wonder if Kaklang gets through not being able to cast spells. Might have to test that. Let's Oomph Tails, Kafriz.
You're mine.
If I could get the double Dragon Slash off, that would also be really good. Get a full heal on Pyranel, Oomph Caradoc, Kafriz. Okay, there's the preventing casting spells.
Never give in.
Dragon Slash. I just want to test, can I still get Kaklang to proc even if I'm not able to deal damage? Even if I'm not able to cast spells, rather. Yep, still can't get Kaklang off. So that strategy that is said to work doesn't. Which is very interesting. I don't want to go to Draki Quest mode, but I'm going to beat this. I'm going to beat this fight. And I'm going to beat it now. I'm not going to come back because there's no reason to come back. Well, there goes Pyranel. Even though she's protected against instant death, she still got killed from that, which super sucks. Everyone can cast spells again, but half my team is asleep. $249. Caradoc is still asleep, man. Wake up, Caradoc. Unfortunately, there's no way to get stronger. I am above the level curve at this point for this boss. So I'm not sure what I'm missing out on here. Caradoc Dragon Slashes. Dragon Slash. Get our Kazing on Pyranel. Kafriz. That's in Venom Fog. That's Sweet Breath. Kazing on Pyranel. Dragon Slash. I don't really have anything good here I want to use. We can try Snooze into First Cutter. If the Snooze hits, it's going to be huge. Awesome. It did. 360 damage. And he's still asleep. That is massive. I genuinely was not expecting that. Dragon Slash again. It's mid-heal, Tails, another Purse Cutter.
All is well.
Maybe this is the strategy. Maybe I just need to make sure he's always asleep. Abyss Merelda. Go back to sleep. Snooze, Purse Cutter. Oh, it missed. Venomating Fog's fine. There's the Thick Fog. Yep. Unfortunate. Dragon Slash, Dragon Slash. Snap, Crackle, Poof, Tails. Hustle Dance. There's Envenomating Fog, that's fine. My Dragon Slash missed. Okay, that one hit, which is good. I actually kind of want my characters to get down to below half. That way they can use their boosted spells. Tails falls asleep, man. Even though he has the Snap, Crackle, Poof. Dude, Caradog, you need to land your hits, man. He has missed almost every single attack at this point. Sobering Slap, Tails. Actually, no, I can't risk that. I need to try the Snooze Purse Cutter again. It just does so much. Dang it. Well, no more spells there. And there goes Tails. Yep, that's what I was worried about. That sucks. Dragon Slash, because we're not even at half yet. We just lost the ability to cast spells, so we might end up losing here again, which is unfortunate. Guess hit Caradog with that. Hustle Dance.
Refight has won.
Man, that was such a... Oh, we're not out of it yet, because we just need to be able to cast spells again.
You're mine.
It was such a good run up to this point. That it's like... I'm kind of sad we don't have that run anymore, because we took... Tails is gone. The thing is, it all goes south when you get insta-killed. Maybe I should have given Tails the ability to, not be put to sleep. Get a Kazing on Tails. I cannot Hustle Dance anymore. We'll Wizardly Waft. Good Kazing lands. That's fine. We can lose the ability to cast spells now. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, Pierre is at half. Tails is back in the fight. It is not over until it is over, my friends. Let's see what I can buff here. I think we'll just Snap, Crackle, Poof Tails, because I do not want him going down again. Hustle Dance. Matilda falls asleep, that's fine. She's my only healer right now, which is actually not fine. But I am more okay with it than, say, Tails getting persecuted. Oh, there goes Spear now. No longer okay, no longer okay. Can cast spells again. We need to Kazing here now. This could be so bad. I should have double Dragon Slashed, and I missed. We're going to try for a double Dragon Slash. Omni Heal. Kazing. Matilda. I got to get lucky here. No! Ah, Tails took the hit. That's fine. We still get the Omni Heal off, which is good.
Thank you very much.
Dragon Slash. Kazing. We'll just go for a Frizzle. That's fine. We can now be unable to cast spells. I'm totally okay with that. So we can start Dragon Slashing again. Fortunately, we're right back to where we were before Tails died a second ago. Wizardly Waft again.
Refight has won.
Dude, ow. How does he keep getting Snap Crackle? I have Snap Crackle Poof on. How does this keep happening? This is the second time he's fallen asleep. I think he dies again right here. To another Purse Cutter or Persecutor. He didn't go for it. Okay. Dragon Slash. Kazing Matilda.
I owe you one. one.
Dude, it really sucks because Matilda's not able to do anything at this point. She just keeps getting insta-killed. Oh, thank God. I thought it was about to happen again. Hills wakes up. Dragon Slash, Dragon Slash. Man, I don't even know what to use here. It's like the first time I haven't needed to do anything else. I'll get my oomph on. Nowhere can cast spells. That's fine. I didn't have anybody else cast spells. Miss my dragon. I missed 2 Dragon Slashes. Why? What are the odds, man? Every time I'm like so close, I miss a Dragon Slash. Oh, that's so unfortunate. We're gonna do a normal attack. I was really hoping Matilda just killed right there. That would have been insane. Okay, we are not out of this. We're actually in a tough spot now. Because the only healing we have is Hustle Dance. Matilda falls asleep.
One final push.
Which is really unfortunate that she fell asleep. Oh, come on. And we dodge the Dragon Slash, but we can cast spells again. Dragon Slash. Omni heal. We pray that this does not kill her. We oomph tails again.
Fight has won.
Yep, there goes Matilda.
You have
Dude,
my
Matilda is
back.
squishy. It dodged again. That's like the 3rd dodge in a row. What does it want me to do for damage? Zing, Matilda.
Whew, I owe you one.
Thank God. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Clearly, you can see we weren't on Dragon Quest mode either. 38,000 XP, which honestly is nothing. That's like 4 fights at this point. The XP is not even worth it. But they all got level ups because Matilda was here. That's probably one of the hardest fights we'll fight in the main game, by the way. Everything else is... There's one other fight that's going to be harder, but hopefully it's not as hard when we get there. Every other harder fight's in post-game where we can level up to like level 85. There's another living memory. Hope faded. Both the princes of men and the light, most holy, were lost to the dark. With Lady Rubiss still unable to find her way home, we fairies were left to fight alone, and so fight we did. Yet this time, we could not content ourselves with acting merely as guides for the Child of Light. We had to find a way to bring Lady Rubiss and her holy blessing back. Together, we crafted 5 blazing beacons that lit the way for Lady Rubiss to return home. With her blessing, she drove back the darkness and gave the hero and his fair maiden the courage they needed to complete their quest. Once more, the hero among humans descended into darkness and brought back the light. With this, Alefgard burst into bloom, and the realm knew peace and joy like never before. Yet, while her world celebrated with their whole hearts, Lady Rubiss could not, for she sensed that somewhere, amidst the blooming flowers, a seed of evil still lurked. And it gets sent off. Let's go ahead and grab this chest, and I actually need to go grab the other chests, because you can see we reloaded. I just reloaded from autosave, and didn't pick these up before that. So after healing up, our next destination, final destination before the Shrine of Rubiss, is going to be the Western Seabed Storeroom. This is going to have more fights with some more of those killing machines, but we're just going to go ahead and honestly turn on auto, and we should have no issues. We'll go ahead and go west first. It doesn't matter which direction you go. Both are like equally difficult. I think one of them's technically harder, but go ahead and fight through this Seabed Storeroom guard. It's going to be a pair of overkilling machines, but I'm pretty sure Show No Mercy just takes care of this. We might need to do it again using Kabuff strategies. We'll see. If we lose this, we'll go back and Kabuff before this fight. No, well, there goes one. And as long as we get lucky here. There goes 2. We'll go ahead and fast forward. And let's go ahead and just use an Omni heal real quick. And through this door, we can find 2 chests with a Sword Dance Scroll, as well as a Pirate King's Pendant. Ooh, speaking of which, I need to go put these things back on my characters. Pirate King's Pendant and the Scholar Specs. Then we're going to go ahead and head east, and we'll have another fight we have to do. But this one, again, we're just going to auto through it. You ready for it? We're officially at, like, boss rush territory, though. We have a couple areas we have to go through with a bunch of different bosses to fight. Go ahead and fight this one. Same exact thing. We're just going to auto. I'm not really worried about the little killing machines. I'm pretty sure they'll die to... the overkilling machine's the bigger problem. I think they'll die to Kazap. Yep, there goes one. And then Tails should, if he's smart, hit the center one. No, he hit the right one with Cutting Edge. That's fine. We still win right here. Maybe? Well, there goes Matilda. Matilda's actually pretty good damage here, but I'm pretty sure, yep, we still take care of it. And up here, we can find a Somatic Staff, which I think is better for Piranel. Yes, it is. And a Mini Medal. Now, from here, we're essentially on to the ending of the game. We have done all the optional stuff up to this point. There actually is nothing else we can do besides fight a boss that is a little bit too hard for us right now. So let's go ahead and go back to Middenhall. We're going to heal and save up, and then we'll move on to the Shrine of Rubiss. So, before we move on, we're going to go ahead and use some of those scrolls I was just talking about. We're basically just going to check who can learn what, and if only one person can learn it, we're just going to teach it to them. So, Caradoc is the only one who can learn Sword Dance. So, we'll go ahead and teach him that one. There's going to be a few specific ones we also want to use here. Bazoom, no, Kasap, Matilda, perfect. Sap isn't one of the ones I wanted to use. I actually want to give Matilda Kabuff. At this point, they know all of their basic skills and abilities. That's why we have no issues just using what we can. Sap we'll give to Matilda as well. And you can kind of see what we're doing. I'm just going to go ahead and do all this. If there's only one person that can learn it, I'm going to give it to them. And then if there's any important ones, I'll make sure to point it out. But we're going to be here for a minute just using all of these. Okay, the first one we're going to use here is actually Demon Demeanor. We're going to go ahead and give this one to... Just want to make sure. Yes, we're going to give this to our protagonist. So go ahead and give that to Tails. That's the first one that's optional that we're going to go ahead and use. All the rest that I've been using have just been the ones that only one person can learn. So he has Demon Demeanor now. And this should actually be the last scroll we're going to use. All the other ones have multiple people to use it on. And I don't really have a reason to give it to them. Just want to double check here. Yeah, all these are ones you can have on multiple people. And these are ones you can have on multiple people. Okay, well, there we go. With that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the Shrine of Rubiss. We're ready to go. Honestly, maybe I should have saved, but I think we are so fine. If we just beat those last two bosses on our second try each, I don't think this upcoming boss is going to be much of a challenge. So we're going to go ahead and just keep walking north. What a nice area. The Shrine of Rubiss, it might have sank into the ocean or something. I guess it's on a completely different area of the ocean, though. We've been to a Shrine of Rubiss in all 3 games, so this is just, I guess, a new version of it, or maybe this is where she's being kept. I'm still not sure, but it's a long walk forward. Wish I could adjust my camera just so I could see what was up ahead. But here we go.
Look out!
What? What was that?
My gift for guiding me to this place. Ooh, it pains me that you would be so uneager to accept it.
It's enormous.
And you are insignificant. Run along now, worms. My business here is with Lady Rubiss.
Then you will have to go through us. We may be small, but we are strong.
Ha! You certainly do not want for self-belief. We shall see how long that lasts.
This is a holy place, and we shall not allow you to defile it with your evil. You will rue the day you came here, fiend.
Peacock all you like. Your shouts will turn to screams ere long.
And so we finally get to fight the fourth of the generals, Atlas. Let's go ahead and talk about him. First off, he's nowhere near as hard as the last couple fights, and the reason we gave him Demon Demeanor is because he is a demon enemy, so he's going to take a little bit more damage. We're going to open with an attacker. Then I believe we want to go ahead and open with a... Do I open with a Kabuff? Yeah, we'll go ahead and Kabuff, and then we're going to Sap. And then we are going to... I wanted to Kabuff with you. I don't really have any other reason to Kabuff, so let's actually... Let's just go for a dodgy dance first. We're just going to set up pretty much this turn. And attacker, lowers the attack. Did my Sap land? Yes, it did. Perfect. We're going to now muster strength. We're going to go ahead and get a full heal on Pyranel. We're going to go ahead and oomph Tails. And then let's go ahead and... I don't really have much to use here. I think we'll just go ahead and start using Twin Dragon Slashes. Unfortunately, she's a little... Until doesn't have much she can do in this fight. But you can see we did about 500 damage with her. I'm pretty sure Tails... This is probably going to be the closest we can get to one-shotting a boss I think we've ever gotten in this game so far. With you, I don't think there's actually much we can do here either. Let's just go ahead and go for a Molten... I don't really like any of this. We'll just Kazap. Then we're actually going to use... I have so many things here now, it's hard to keep track of. We're going to try to Dazzle him, and then Twin Dragon Slash. Not affected, but he can be affected. That's a 641 damage. Kazap for 268. Tails, 1,600 damage. We're not even a half yet, but we might as well be. That was kind of insane. Go for another Kazap. Now we'll go for a... We're gonna try one more Dazzle. We'll Omni Heal next turn if we need to. I think we'll be fine. Kazap. Musters his strength. He's assessing the situation. Demon Demeanor. And then we will... we'll just go for an Omni Heal now. We'll do another Dazzle and then another Twin Dragon Lash. There we go. Now he's starting to hallucinate, so he's more likely to miss his attacks. There's the Omni Heal. There's the Demon Demeanor for another 1,600 damage. And now I think we'll just go ahead and go for another Demon Demeanor, and we should be able to finish it off here. Kazap. We don't really have anything else we could do here, I don't think. Let's go for a Lashings of Love just for damage, and then Twin Dragon Slash. I think this will kill. Yep, didn't even get back to Tails. That's Atlas. We are much stronger than he is now. And we receive 17,500 XP.
You are fortunate. I had not the room to stretch my wings.
Most would admit defeat after being so thoroughly trounced.
This fight is not over.
You would flee.
No. I simply wish to continue our exchange on equal terms. You humans value honor above all else. Do you not? We shall meet again. And when we do, you will learn how insignificant you are.
No! We could not stop him.
It matters not, for Rubiss is safe. And the silence that enveloped this place suddenly feels less silent.
Then what are we waiting for? Let us go and rouse the spirit from her slumber.
And if you've played other Dragon Quest games, you know exactly why all 4 of these generals got away. We won't have to do... It's not a now problem. It is a next episode problem. But it will be a problem. All that we have left to do now is go ahead and approach and summon Rubiss. This looks cool.
The sigils!
Maestro, please.
The sigils glow brightly.
I am Rubiss, mother to all that call the land of Alefgard home. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, brave heroes. I thank you for awakening me from my slumber.
Lady Rubiss,
We have come here to beg your aid in defeating Hargon, a villain who threatens your realm.
Be at ease, young prince. I know all, for I did watch over you whilst I dreamt. Now I shall make good on my promise. The unshakable pledge which I made to your forebear many moons ago. Here, take this.
Tales obtains the Eye of Rubiss.
If ever you should feel dark forces leading you astray from the path of light, let this amulet be your guide.
we shall.
Before you leave to face your final challenge, brave heroes, I would ask that you, too, make a pledge to me. Promise me that none of you will lay down your lives in pursuit of your goal. Thank you.
We shall celebrate our victory together. With Erdrick as our guiding light, we shall not fail.
Your name also sounds a lot like...
Hargon's reign of terror ends today.
Jennifer English. It's not...
Listen well.
Oh, that's cool.
Brave heroes. When evil did spread across this land, you did rise up to meet it. To bring peace and light where there was darkness and death.
That's so cool. My
It is a
dragon...
weighty burden to rest on such young shoulders, and yet, I beg you, save my world. Please. Now go with my blessing. I shall pray for your safe return.
I think it would have been cool, and games do this all the time, so I don't know why this one didn't. If it would have shown you your
And
party
know
from Dragon Quest
that
III.
I do watch over you, always.
like the party you had talked to Rubiss with. It would have been so cool if it could have shown them off, because my protagonist was a female in Dragon Quest III.
Renderak awaits.
But it just keeps showing the male.
So does Hargon.
So it's a little unfortunate. I think it uses male in official artwork. But I did have that one be a female, because I thought it'd have different stat growths. We'll go ahead and go up these stairs. And as they said, Hargon awaits. We are essentially at the final stretch of the game. Now, we are going to make it all the way to Hargon's lair in this episode. We have just a few very, very small side things to do before we proceed. Because once we proceed, it's basically just a straight shot all the way to Hargon's lair. We're going to go through like we're really going to go through one dungeon and then like 2 mini dungeons. And I don't actually think there's any more boss fights from now until the end. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and start by fast traveling to Canic, because there was or Cantillon. There was something we missed just right outside of it. So let's go ahead and just run over here. And I might have picked it up because it might have bothered me already. But I have a note here that says to make sure to grab this because there's another seed over here. We're just going to hop on board our ship. And I do think I remember seeing this because I was like, we'll just come back later. I'm glad we're coming back later. And just east of here... Oh. Are we... These aren't harder than... or stronger than we are. No, they got one shot by Kaboom. I must not have Holy Protection on it, didn't realize it. Yeah, 166 experience. Holy Protection? I believe we've actually already been in here. This is the Shrine of... Actually, we're coming here in a second. Literally in 1 second, we're coming here. So, never mind. We're going to come up here instead and grab this item from Medicinal Herb and a Seed of Luck. Seed of Luck's the important thing. This is an area from Dragon Quest 1 and 3. I believe this is actually where you met Rubiss. This is where you first meet the fairies all the way back in Dragon Quest 3. We're going to go ahead and go upstairs. And right behind this throne, we can find a vial of magic water. And then down here in the bottom left corner, we can find a magic water or a full moon ring. Nothing else here. Now, we could at this point go show off the Slime Island, but there's not really a reason to. That's one of the last things that we haven't done. There's no teleport there. I've already pointed out exactly where it is on the map many, many, many times. We don't really have a reason to do anything. So instead, we're just going to go grab a couple more items before we proceed. First, we're going to head to Sluice. And then we're going to go back to this building. We actually were in here when we first came to Sluice, but I don't think this actually appears until after you help the town. So we're going to go to... It's the building. It's right down there. I was going to say, it's the building with the blue door. I just had to remember where it was since we've already unlocked it. And down in the basement, we can actually get a really strong piece of armor using 2 other pieces of gear we have found throughout our travels. One of them was actually in the Northern Dragon Horn. It was the Celestial Skyne. The other was the Subtle Shuttle, which we got when we were using our magic key everywhere. Curses, yet another abject failure. While I try and try, I cannot seem to approach the majesty of the gossamer fine flowing dress of my imaginings. Wherein lieth the problem, I wonder? This thread is surpassing fine. Can it truly be that only Celestial Skyne will serve? Not that it mattereth while my loom lieth in pieces. Perhaps I should not have set it in my anger. Though, if it is to be rebuilt, mayhap the subtle shuttle of legend might serve me better. Would that I might weave such a dress just once before I quit this life, that I might witness its exquisite and most delicate beauty, its legendary durability. And because we have all those things, we'll go ahead and talk to him. Till I am possessed of the Celestial Skyne and Subtle Shuttle, I shall never weave the flowing dress of my dreams. Well, lucky for you, we found all that. Truly, thou possessest both, and thou wouldst give them to me? We hand over our 2 items. These are like the only 2 key items we had no use for up until now. Yes, with these I might achieve my aim at last. Might I ask why the creation of this dress occupies you so? It seemeth that the weavers of old were able to loom such garments with ease, and while the rarity of such garments in our own time is surely due to the rarity of the materials required to make them, my father did insist that the fault lie with the craftsmen. Weavers of our age have not the skill to achieve such wonders. Such was his unending refrain. But he spake falsely. There are skilled craftsmen in our own time, just as there were unskilled craftsmen in days of yore. Modern age has not to do with it. I yearn to prove it, and verily I shall. Trust in me, friends, a flowing dress of the finest weave shall soon be before you. Return to me next the sun peepeth o'er the horizon, then shall my work be done. Your prize for bringing me the means by which it might at last be made shall be the dress itself. We literally just have to go anywhere else and then come back. So we'll go heal in Middenhall and just come right back and pick up our dress. Hello, sir. I'm back for my dress. Good sir, are you all right? Worry not for my sake, child. It is done. The flowing dress is completed at last. Come, child, behold. Tails obtains the flowing dress. I think this is like a really basic armor set in later Dragon Quest games. But in this one, it's really good. It is not a bad little garment, huh? My masterpiece. Yeah, but I fear that mine energies are spent. Good sir? Yeah, he just... Oh, I thought he died. Oh my god. Worry not, he merely sleeps. Thank goodness for that. He must have stayed awake all night working the loom. He, such a peaceful face. He seems contented at need. So, with that, that is a pretty good upgrade for Pyrrha now. We'll go ahead and give that to her. What is it called? The flowing dress. There we go. Pyrrha no, can't carry anymore. Sort the inventory. Yes. And now, we have our final destination ahead of us. So we're going to go ahead and head back to Baron. We do have a couple items we're going to buy here. The Tombola stall is also now open, and it actually is recommended to, at this point, save scum the Tombola stall. You can get some really good items from here, or you can get really bad items. I'm not going to save scum it. I don't think it's super important, so we'll just go ahead and walk down here. We're going to spin in Tombola first. So we'll go ahead and talk to you. This is I think this is the best Tombola ticket in the main game. We're trying for that Blizzard Blade. I would love to get it. I might not be able to. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. We got the oh my god. We don't need to save scum. We got exactly what we wanted. We wanted to get the gold, the bronze, and the silver. Holy. I mean, 3 golds would have been even better because we could have given it to all 3 of my characters. But I'm totally fine with that. I'm fine with 1 Blizzard Blade. It's actually better for Caradoc as well. It's also really good for her, but the most important one is giving it to Tails here. Give him the Blizzard Blade, perfect. And then Pyrrha can actually use the... Oh, no, it's not as good. Dang it, that would have been really cool. Well, either way, we now have no use for our money, basically for the rest of the game. So we're going to talk to this guy. And he has really, really good items. We have the Power Shield, which we want to give to Tails, as well as the Minister's Mitre, which we want to give to Pyrrha, and the Thinking Cap, which we want to give to Caradoc and Matilda. Now, Power Shield is the most important. We're going to give that to Tails. We're actually going to get a second one, and that's why we're not going to buy one for Caradoc now. Let's go ahead and give him that. Perfect. Then we're going to get the Thinking Cap for Matilda, because I think hers is more important to get. And we got some Tombola tickets. Perfect. So we could go spin again. Let's give a Thinking Cap to Caradoc. And I think I'm going to have to sell just a little bit to get the Minister's Mitre for Pyrrha now. Yes, we need to sell just a little bit. So let's go ahead and sell. And I'm just going to spam my equipment until we have 1,300. So I'll be right back. That was very quick. I didn't realize how much stuff sells for now. We'll go ahead and buy... Let's see, I buy a couple things. I could buy Platinum Mail for Tails. We'll be fine. Minister's Mitre, we'll go ahead and pick up and give it to Pyrrha. And there we go. And with that, all we have left to do is we could go turn our mini medals in now. How many do we have? We're going to hold off. I don't think there's a reason to do it just yet. Instead, guys, we made sure to heal up. It's time to move on to the shrine leading to Renderak. Let's go ahead and walk through the door. For whatever reason, we can open this ultimate key door. What was that? Interesting. Well, why did we glow red? I might not remember what that was, but We have the short dungeon first. This is not even a dungeon, it's literally a shrine. We're just gonna have some scenes and we can leave. Then it's the probably second longest dungeon in the game, only next to the final dungeon.
This is Renderak.
But did Elmu not say he would await us here?
What in heaven's name was that? Let us go and find out.
How ungrateful little wretch! How!
I did it!
Elmu, you defeated that?
Emerged victorious! No! What happened here? He is badly wounded. This is... There you all are. It is so good to see you at last.
Never mind that. Your wounds.
A monster loyal to Hargon found me here, but I slew him. He was so strong, but I won. Are you moved? I hope so. I kept us all safe. It is not working. Why is it not working? His wounds are... they're too... No! Stay with us! I thought of you all, and of the people of Borrowell, and the thought gave me such strength. Please! I so wished I could spend a few more moments with you all. Help you all just a little more. I'm sorry. No! Do not say that. It is we who should be apologizing. We should never have asked this of you. It is kind of you to cry for my sake. But do not blame yourselves. I did this because I wished to. Did I prove myself useful? Oh, that and so much more. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Then we are friends at last. Why? Yes. Yes. I am so happy to have met you all. Good luck. I know now why Lady Rubiss made us promise as she did.
I cannot bear it. I cannot bear to be this sad ever again.
And we shan't be. We shall finish this. For him. For all of them.
That always brings up the question of, why didn't the revive work? It's the same with, like, Final Fantasy, you know? In games like this, you can just bring people back from the dead. I mean, we were in coffins, you know? It brings up the question of, like, in Final Fantasy VII, why couldn't they just Phoenix down Aerith? It's just like, there's so many questions, and, like, maybe it works differently on monsters, and I guess that's the argument you could make, but it's very sad that we can straight up be in coffins and have to be resurrected. The spell is, or the thing is actually resurrection at the church, and yet we couldn't save the monster. It's very sad. Went ahead and got those little items up there. We can go ahead and get an angel bell from this pot. And over here should be one last thing for us. I don't want to miss out on it. No, northwest is going to be our final pot right here. There we go. So now it's time to head off. We'll go ahead and head through here. And we're just going to follow the pretty linear pathway here. I'll go ahead and just quickly use a multi-heal. We're not going to have to fight. I don't think we have to fight a single other random encounter. So this next dungeon should be pretty quick. It's usually long because you have to fight a bunch of enemies, but I think we're going to be okay. Go ahead and interact with this little door here. We will offer up the false idol. And we can go ahead and enter this cave to head to the second to last dungeon of the game, the Passage to Renderak. So we are going to have a bunch of different chests to get here. We're going to go ahead and start by heading north. And we can actually see there's this hole right here. We're not going to go down it yet. We're going to head over here and be careful because when you see like that crack right there, that means it's going to fall down. This is an empty chest. There's actually going to be a lot of empty chests, so don't be fooled by all of them because I think all the ones on this floor are actually completely empty. So now we're going to go ahead and take any of these ladders down to the next floor. We'll go ahead and just interact with this chest to get rid of it because it's empty as well. And we'll head down. I'm probably going to want to actually use our safe passage here. So let's get that ready. And then we're going to start by going to the southeastern corner where you can find a chest with a seed of strength. And then northeast from here, we will get, I believe, a cutscene over here. Maybe? No, we have to go over here. And it'll be like right here. Well, it doesn't matter. We get that seed of luck. Perfect. Then we're just going to head back up. Not really. Oh, there we go. Here's our cutscene. These 3 piles of stones, they appear to be gravestones, but why here? This is mere conjecture and nothing more, but did the priest not speak of 3 guardsmen who fought by his side when Renderak fell? Yep, these are essentially the 3 gravestones that he left for the 3 guards. He claimed to despise his fallen guardsmen, but he honored them in death. This is all too sad. Come, it is time to end this. Yes, it is. Well said. Safe passage wears off. That's fine. Go ahead and head back up now. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and take the northwestern exit. Ooh, can we go around to this? Yes, we can. That's an empty chest. We're just going to ignore it. There's no reason to bother ourselves with it. Then we're just going to keep following this path until we reach the 3rd floor. and there's going to be 2 chests for us once we actually get there. So right here, one of them will have the vial of magic water, and the other will have a Hocus hat. Then we're going to go ahead and go back down to the first floor again. And from here, we're just going to go take the northeastern exit this time. We lose holy protection, throw it back up. Avoid that little pitfall right there. And here we go. There's no map for this area at all. So from where we start, we want to go right and up these stairs over here. This is going to have an empty chest, but I did just want to show it off. It's a good marker. Then from here, we're going to go back down and continue going right. And then we're going to go south, and we're going to follow this until we reach another chest. Just keep going south. This one is also empty. We're going to go up 3 staircases. 1, 2, and 3. This might be where we were at, but I want to follow the exact coordinates that we're going through here. We're going to go right, and at the next staircase, we're going to go up to find another chest. This one's going to have an actual item. It's going to have the Seed of Wisdom. We're going to go back down the stairs, and we'll go right some more. And Holy Protection. We're just going to keep going. I want to be a little bit careful here. We want to keep going till we see a ladder. Did I just loop around? Oh my gosh, I did. Shoot. Okay. We're going to keep going. We want to find a ladder. Because all the other chests here are empty, and they're not worth doing anything for. I think it's going to be down here. No. I want to find that wisdom seed chest again, because we find that, we know we're in the right place. Holy protection wears off. I went too far again. Shoot. Okay. That's an empty chest. We can grab it just because. We're going to go up here. We'll go left. Oh, no, I can't go up any further. Shoot. Okay, we're just going to do this. So we're going to go up. Then we're going to go left. Well, there's our last empty chest. That really sucks. Go right. And go north. And then left. And it should not be this one. It should be the next one. There it is. Oh, man. Very confusing area because it just loops. But here we are on the 3rd floor this time. This one actually has a lot of stuff we can get. There's also 4 different exits we can go to. Luckily, no ultimate chests for us to get. So we're going to go ahead and go southeast first. And then right before we get to the exits, we're going to be able to go south and north to grab 2 different chests. So this one right here should have the spiked armor in it. It's always tough because I don't line myself up perfectly. And then north of here will be some Tombola tickets we can pick up. At this point, Tombola tickets aren't going to be great. I think we can use them in the post-game. There's a post-game Tombola ticket stand. But for now, let's just grab this one for some Tombola tickets. And then we're going to go east, and we're going to take this exit. And then we're going to be on the 5th floor. Yeah, we're skipping a floor here. You can see we're on L3 right now. But if we go up here, I think it's because technically this goes up like 2 flights of stairs right there. We'll be at L5. We're just going to follow this to get a piece of armor from right here. This is Erdrick's armor. So, we're going to give that to whoever has the least amount of armor. That's Caradoc. I would give it to Caradoc, but we can't get rid of the negative effects right now. So, There we go. Matilda now has Erdrick's armor on. That's the best piece of armor in the game. Now we're going to go ahead and return all the way back to that ladder we saw at the beginning of the 3rd floor here. So from the ladder, we're going to go ahead and head directly west, and we're just going to follow this all the way up to the next floor. This one is going to have another just lone chest in it, but I think this one is technically... Is this L4? Or is this still L5? This one is still L5. So we'll go ahead and head over here. This is a very divisive piece of equipment, the Madcap. What the Madcap does is it actually makes it so that way, we'll check it out on you. It makes it so that way you regenerate MP every turn, or it reduces the amount of MP needed to cast spells. However, it has like no defense. So you like never use it, and for whatever reason, they've never buffed it in any Dragon Quest game, and I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually use it. So now, go ahead and return to that ladder one more time. And from here, we're going to go ahead and go right and left to grab the 2 different items. Over here is going to be some gold coins. And then over to the left is going to be a scroll that I actually think we have 2 of now. I believe this is Crackle. Yes, and I want to say that's actually our second Crackle. No, I think we had Kassiz or something. We'll go ahead and go north now. And then we're going to start by going west. And all the way at the end here, we can actually find 2 different chests. One of these is going to be a cursed item we can give to Caradoc. Honestly, giving cursed items to Caradoc is so much fun. You never use cursed items in any Dragon Quest game, so the fact that he can use it without any of the downsides probably makes him the most unique character. In fact, I was thinking about this. Caradoc seems more like the protagonist than the protagonist does. And it's because he has abilities like the Zaps and Giga Slashes that typically are reserved for the main hero. But for whatever reason, Caradoc gets them in this game. And maybe that's just because this was the first one that introduced these skills, and they didn't start making it a thing until later. There's some gold coins. And this is the Thanatos Shield. A really, really good shield, but unfortunately we can't equip it just yet. We will go ahead and equip it once we are able to freely leave and come back. Which will basically be at the end of the episode. So from here, we're just going to go ahead and run all the way back to the last fork, and we're going to head north this time. So back down here, we'll go ahead and head north first, and we should get a little cutscene before we actually make it to the end here.
They're all surpassing quiet suddenly.
I'm tired, fine, and somewhat apprehensive. You are not alone. We carry with us the hopes and prayers of Elmu and countless others. We cannot afford to fail. It is not defeat that I fear. It is failing those we care about.
I feel the very same way. Truly. And yet... when I think of how our lives might be once Hargon is defeated, I cannot help but feel a little sad also. Oh, I do not mean to say, of course, that I do not wish very much for his defeat. My resolve on that matter wavers not. I simply feel that when our journey together is finally over, I shall be a little lonely. We will all be duty-bound to return to our homelands, will we not? Moonbrook will not rebuild itself, for one thing, and this makes me sad. I've grown used to our days spent upon the road together.
Why do you have to say such things, brother? Now I, too, grow mournful. And I, if someone were to tell me that Moonbrook would be fine without me, and that I might have anything I wished for in the world, I fancy that I might choose to venture forth with you all once more on another grand adventure. Although, one a little less liable to induce sadness and anger in equal measure might be more to my taste. You too would set out with us all again, would you not, cousin?
Of course he would.
I know full well that we are not merely the scions of Erdrick, but of our respective royal lines. We cannot simply sally forth together without a care, but I like to think that we might at least hope to be rewarded for defeating foul Hargon with another jaunt together.
So from here, we're going to go ahead and follow this staircase up. And we're about to actually have to restart the whole dungeon because we are about to be sent out of this place. So we'll go ahead and walk up here. And from here, you'll see there's some chests. Now, those chests have mimics in them. I'm not going to fight a single one. However, I'm going to like slowly make my way south here. We're going to drop down this hole. And down here, we can find... Ooh, want to be careful. We can get a hapless helm from here. And then a lot of these chests are mimics, but there is one more we can get. I don't think there's any place we can fall down right here. But this one all the way up here should be a mini medal. And then we're going to go to the southwestern corner and fall through a hole in the ground. Let's go ahead and just make our way down here. I want to be careful as we're moving through here. Again, I don't think there's any other holes we can fall down, but I just want to be sure. Okay, we're going to fall down this hole, because it's the only way out of here. Well, not necessarily, but what is hidden here is the Thunderbolt Blade. I don't know if that's better for anybody, but we'll check. Not better for Tails. And I think he's actually the only one who can even equip it, which is so unbelievably unfortunate. Because it sounds so cool. And yeah, not a single other person can equip it. Wow. I mean, I could give her the Blizzard Blade and him the Thunderbolt Blade, but I lose, I think, too much there to make it worth it. And so from there, we're just going to follow this path over here to the east. We're going to fall down to this hole. And we'll go ahead and go north now. And I believe right here is going to be a teleporter, which is going to take us all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon. So, because we're back here, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out of here, because I want to go ahead and remove the curse off of our guy here. And I want to give him a proper, or a better gear, rather. So, let's go ahead and walk up here. And it always sucks when I do this, because it removes all the cursed items. And I wish it'd only remove one of them. I wish I could, like, choose which curse to remove. We have, like, no gold left. And we'll go ahead and re-equip him now. Caradoc gets the Massacre Sword. Yeah, I know. It's going to scream at me every time. And then we'll give him the Thanatos Shield. And then now we could give him the better armor, the Erdrick's armor, but I think we're just going to give him the Whaler's Mail, because I think it's better for Matilda to have a little bit more defense. And then finally, we'll make sure to give him the 10-ton toupee. And there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and run all the way back up to the 5th floor where we fell down the hole in the room with all the mimics right before we got here. So I'll see you guys here in a second. All right, so back up here, we have a couple more items we can get that aren't mimic chests. Go ahead and come up here and go around. I want to be careful as we're navigating this place because we don't want to fall into any holes. I do think there's ways back up. You can see there's like a place in the northeastern corner. I believe that connects to the lower floor in case you do fall down. Right there's a demon whip, and there's one more chest we can get. That is this southwestern chest. I can go down here. Got to be careful here. This one is going to have a Seed of Wisdom, I believe. There we go. And now, we're just going to go ahead and head down to the southeastern corner. And I forgot that there's one more boss fight. It's right here. We're about to fight a boss fight, so make sure to heal up and prepare if you aren't already. And let's go ahead and climb the ladder.
What is this? I cannot see a thing.
Are you there, cousins?
Is everybody all right?
Ah! Wah!
Wah!
Foolish human implings. Now that you are divided, we shall consign you all one by one to the abyss.
So yeah, this is a solo fight against a demon. However, what he doesn't know is we have demon demeanor. And we are going to be able to kill very quickly, as you're going to notice that this fight isn't going to be too difficult. We're essentially just going to spam this attack. If we wanted to, we could power up. I think you could also use Helm Splitter to lower his defenses. We're essentially just going to do this until we need to heal. Then we can go ahead and use, I think... What does meditation heal for? Yeah, heals me up to full. Cool, cool. Let's actually see. Can a Helm Splitter land on this guy? Yep, there's his defense is lowered. It is a solo fight against Tails, so they couldn't make it too difficult. Demon Demeanor. Demon Demeanor. And we're just gonna hope he doesn't double hit here. He accelerates. Demon Demeanor. He double hit. I actually think we lost now, unfortunately. I don't think we can meditate in time. Dang it. I mean, I was greedy there. We can just restart this fight. I could have meditated so long ago, and I was like, let me just keep trying. That was such a dumb loss. We definitely shouldn't have lost that one. Let's go ahead and hop back in. We'll just open with a... Well, Cutting Edge works too. Well, what I wanted to do was follow orders. And then Helm Splitter, we can Cutting Edge. It does a ton. Helm Splitter lowers defenses. That one did not, though. Let's do it again. There we go. And then meditation. Full heals me. And then I think we can also just attack attacker. Why not? Lower his attack. And then I think I wanted to use the... what is it? Cutting Edge? 590 damage. There's the Acceleratle on himself. Cutting Edge. There we go. That's the boss fight. That's how it should have played out. I just got super greedy with my not using meditation. That actually isn't the boss I thought we were going to be fighting. I forgot there's that solo fight right there. We level up to 51, and he drops a Crackle Scroll. Didn't we literally just get one of those?
Ah, there you are, cousin. Right glad, homie, to see you well.
Are you alright? I was assailed by a rotten monster, though I did most assuredly make it regret its attack.
Wait, you are alone?
I am here. And I am glad indeed to see you all unharmed.
Thank goodness, we were worried for you.
Our enemy grows even more ingenious in his machinations, does he not?
Wait, the ladder by which we ascended, it is no longer there. Why might that be?
Oh, do not worry overmuch. After all, our way lies onward. Come, let us away.
This is fake Piernell, isn't it?
Right, of course.
I totally forgot that there was a fake Piernell this entire time. This has got to be fake Piernell. That's crazy. Well, you can still change her equipment, so that's a little odd. I am curious. That's my second Crackle, right? We'll just give it to Caradoc and Piernell. There's no reason not to. There's Caradoc learning Crackle. And we can give it to Piernell as well. I didn't know you could get 2 scrolls. Probably should have checked if we had 2 of any other scrolls. But from here, we are in another room without a map. So we're going to go ahead and go west. I want to make sure Holy Protection's up just in case. We'll go ahead and go west first. And we'll enter this room. And we're going to start by going north. And then we're going to go right. And then we're going to go west at the next fork. And we'll have a hidden diamond right around here. And then we're going to go east till we get to the next room. And then we're going to go right again. And then we're going to go east. You can see it's kind of like a looping room. Then we're going to go left at the fork. And then we're going to go right at the next fork. And we're going to find a chest with a mini medal. Then we're going to go northeast, up the slope, and then we're going to go east again. Then we're going to go up, and just follow this upper path. We'll go up a large staircase to reach another fork. And then I think we can just go left at the fork. We can go north all the way up here. Yeah, to the right was a mimic, so. Then we're going to go right. And we should reach a healing platform at the end of this little pathway here. Yep, we're going to go ahead and make sure we heal up. And this is the boss fight that I knew about, that I forgot about. But this is the one I thought we were fighting a second ago.
Wait!
One moment. What trickery is this?
She is an imposter! I am the real princess of Moonbrook. Cease your deceptions, devil! What nonsense you speak! I am the real princess!
Did we not hear of this in Tantagel? Of one pretending to be our dear cousin?
Well, it is certainly not I, who have been with you all since the first. Lies! You must have supplanted me only just now.
How do we decide which is whom?
We need not, for we have something in our possession that will decide for us. A sacred treasure gifted to the hero of old by his one true love. Surely this will know his blood.
You were the imposter.
The blood of heroes was ever more vexing while it yet remained inside their bodies. I shall have no more need of this. The mark of Moonbrook! You were there. You took part in the assault on my homeland.
Took part? Why, no, child. I commanded it.
Belial.
How kind of you to remember my name, spawn of Erdrick. You have grown so very big and strong. I was right to see in you great potential. Now, shall we see if you are grown strong enough to face Lord Hargon himself? Come, show me!
You speak as if this is to be merely a test. You are sorely mistaken. This is to be my revenge. and your undoing. For Moonbrook!
Here we go. Another fight with Belial. Let's make sure we have... Ooh, glad I checked. Show no mercy. And we're going to be using a little bit of a different approach here. We're going to be attacking to lower the attack, but then pretty much everybody else is just going to be doing damage. We'll focus on healing when we need it, but this is a little bit of a different fight because he's just going to be casting spells on us. So we're actually going to Magic Barrier first, and then Matilda can't really do much. We can insulate with Matilda. Lets them both get a buff up there. Belial's going to have the ability to, yeah, you can see there, he's essentially going to be making it so he takes less damage from magic, which is unfortunate, because that's really all we got going for us is magic. Because Zap, actually, because he's taking less damage from that, let's go with Lightning Slash, and then we can Oomph Tails, and pretty much just going to be using Twin Dragon Lash, I think, at this point. Still does a good bit of damage. Tails gets the oomph, and he more heals himself, which kind of sucks. And there's the kaboom. But what we can do now is, I think Demon Demeanor does more, but I want to see how much a Cutting Edge does powered up. Let's go ahead and Lightning Slash again. Oomph, Caradoc, and then we're actually going to use our... Do we have any spells that heal? We got Reheal. Let's go ahead and just Hustle Dance. 1,500 damage. So here's the problem. He just focused. Essentially what that focus is that is like us using muster strength. It is going to hit pretty hard. I think we'll just go for another Lightning Slash, but we need to be careful because he could do a ton of damage to us here. The good thing is we have our Magic Barrier up as well as Insulate up. So we can go ahead and just multi-heal and probably Hustle Dance just for double heal to make sure we're at full before we take this, because he's probably going to kaboom on us. We muster our strength. Yep, this is a powered up kaboom, but that's why we have the defenses up right now. Our Magic Barrier goes away. Now we'll go ahead and Cutting Edge again. We can go ahead and... Honestly, just another Lightning Slash. Let's get a Magic Barrier up and then another Hustle Dance. And this might be enough to kill if we go before Belial here. Belial? I don't know how they pronounce it. No, not quite enough. There's Inferno, but we still have our Insulate up, which is good. His Magic Barrier runs out. But I'm just going to use Demon Demeanors now. Let's go with a powered up Lightning Slash, because that's fun. And then we can go for a Oomph on Tails. And then let's go for another Insulate. I don't think he's going to survive this. I think Caradoc is still buffed. 217. Yep, there we go. That's Belial. He is weaker than some of the optional bosses we fought at this point underwater.
Father,
Urinel reaches level 50. And Matilda reaches level 50.
Now you suffer as my people suffered. How does it feel?
Very fine indeed. Such strength, such anger. Perhaps we might reach an agreement.
A what?
I shall guide you to him, to Hargon, and you shall defeat him for me.
We knew full well that relations between his underlings were far from cordial, but for one of them to plot his undoing, you truly mean to betray him?
Betray him? I never swore allegiance to him, nor to his cause. None of us did. We obey him because we must. Myself, Atlas, Pazuzu, All of us were summoned forth from other realms at his bidding. Realms where we rule as masters of wickedness, as lords of corruption, where we are worshipped as deities of destruction. Hargon called us here to this world, and in so doing bound us to his service. We are unable to free ourselves.
But how defeating him will free you?
It will.
What of Mariella? Is she not one of you?
No, she served Hargon from the first. Well, do you accept my terms? You plan to bring down Hargon, and I wish to see him brought down. Our aims are one and the same.
They are not. They could not be more different. Truly, you understand not. We wish for the return of a world where all might live in happiness, where they might be free from the fear that all might be taken from them. And that is a world in which you, who did lay waste to fair Moonbrook, may play no part!
Then you decline. Fools! We shall all be consumed by the darkness that Hargon means to bring forth. Me, you, everyone you love. You will regret the choice you have made, and soon.
He is gone.
Indeed, and not a moment too soon. All is well, cousin. Do not fear. Now come. We must away.
And so we obtain the Mark of Moonbrook.
Thank you. All of you.
And we get new entries to our powered up spells, but let's go ahead and just continue forward. That is the end of our path to Renderak. Go ahead and Holy Protection again. And we will finally exit to the last little area of the game. This is the center area of Renderak. We're going to go ahead and start by heading east. You also get an achievement for reaching here, which is kind of crazy. We can go ahead and get into this forested area where we can find a sparkle. And as you can see, we're not getting into any encounters, meaning we are plenty strong to be here. We get a medicinal herb, moonwork bulb, and seed of defense. Then we're going to go ahead and go north, and we want to go around the lake to find another sparkle we can get to right here. And finally, we're going to go ahead and hop into this little area across the lake. You can see there's a little shrine waiting for us right there. And if you've been kind of keeping up, you know what we're about to find in here, as there's only one piece of equipment we are still missing. That is a church of the goddess, is it not? Or at least something resembling one. Let us proceed with caution. We can go ahead and enter inside. And I don't think I wanted to take this. Yep, that sucks. Luckily we can fast travel there. But that's the Renderak Shrine. I didn't realize that was going to take me out of there. I was just walking straight through it to get to the exclamation point. Oh, good thing this is a place you can fast travel to, or I would have been pissed. Go ahead and enter, and this time go around and talk to this guy.
Well met, children. I always knew that either the prince or the heroes would visit us here one day. Now that day has come.
My apologies. But could you tell us who you are?
But a humble servant of the goddess. One who has long awaited those who might slay Hargon. Now, take this. May it prove of use.
And so we finally obtain the ultimate key.
Is it safe for you to remain here, Father?
We can accompany you somewhere less hostile, if you would like.
Fear not on my account. Naught remaineth in this world that can trouble me. All my troubles are... but it mattereth not. Come, my children. Pray with me before you depart. All-knowing goddess, may thou bless these brave heroes on their quest to deliver us from evil.
And so, we only have a little bit more to do. We're essentially just going to go grab all the items that are found around this area before we actually end off the episode, because we're going to save the ultimate key exploration for the start of next episode. So from here, we're just going to head directly west, and we're going to go to this secret spot just northeast of us. I believe this is the final secret spot in the game. There might be one underwater, but I don't think so. I think this is our final one we have not been to. So we'll go ahead and just head over here and enter into the secret spot. This is a little bit confusing. I believe this rock has a blizzard blade, which is actually really good for Matilda. Go ahead and give that to her. And then to the northeast is a rock with a pot outside of it with a seed of strength. And then in the northwestern corner, there will be a tree with a pot with a mini medal. And that's it for secret spots. Now, we have just a few more things we're going to get before we end things off. We're going to go ahead and follow this northern forest wall here, pretty much all the way up till we get to a shining spot. You can kind of see where our final destination is. It's over there. You can also kind of see there's one other place we're going to go to on the way. Then we're going to go west until we reach a fork. And then we're going to go southeast from this fork. Yeah, we have to go all the way up and around here. Holy protection. Should only need like 2 more of those. And then once we go southeast, there'll be another sparkle we can get. I think it's along the way here. I don't think we have to go out of our way at all. Just deep in here, I guess. Yep, right there. And we're going to go west, and this will be our final fast travel location that is not the final dungeon. This is the Shivering Shrine. I just want to make sure, yes, we can travel here. In here, we can go ahead and find 2 pots. One with a Seed of Strength. The other with a Dazzle Me Not. And finally, you can find yet another mini medal. And then we're going to go ahead and walk out of here. Oh no, there is another secret spot. Could I just not see it on the map? Oh, we just didn't get close enough. There was one more. We'll go ahead and go west now. And we want to avoid the path going north. As you can see, that leads to the final dungeon of the game. Instead, we'll go west. And there'll be a shining spot right here. And we can go ahead and enter this one, which is for sure our final secret spot. And in here, we can open up a chest. Just gotta look around for it. And this one will have a dog suit. And behind the rocks, we can find a barrel with a Maleva Slash. And that is it. All we have left to do now is go back to every single location in the world using our ultimate key to unlock a bunch of different things. On top of that, we still have 4 little mini dungeons we have not been into yet. The Northern Seabed Storeroom, the Grave of Galen, the Craggy Cave, as well as the Ghost Ship. We'll go ahead and do all of those at the beginning of next episode before we finally finish off the game by going and defeating Hargon. I will see you guys then.